life. And look, it's Jimmy. Yay! Hey, have a great day, everyone.
What are you doing?
What am I doing?
What are you doing?
Another day, another dollar, Delmarva life. And look.
Well, I'm so glad you asked, because apparently you're not hip with what's happening. Let me turn that off there a little bit.
I get accused of that a lot, so yeah.
So let's have a chat with a couple people who do know what's happening. See what I did there?
That was pretty good.
Yeah,
I like
because
that.
we're talking Snapchat, of course. Our resident What's Happening expert, WBOC Director of Digital Media, Ethan Holland, and WBOC multimedia journalist, Lauren Holloway. Guys, thank you so much for, he's so out of it.
I know, get with it, Jimmy.
Come on, you've seen me do it a million times. Okay, so Ethan, you've both been on the couches before, and Ethan, you're always talking to us about what's happening, and we're asking you the questions. But today, we're going to turn the tables a little bit, and you're going to ask us some questions.
Yes, today is all about impressions, first impressions versus reality. And I'd like to give you a quiz and see your first impression of a man we're going to put on the screen here in a moment.
Okay.
Okay.
The first question is, do you have any idea who this person is?
He's some college student, looks like.
Looks like my neighbor's grandson.
All right, do you think he has a lot of college loans?
Probably, because, I mean, you know,
Because he hasn't got much of anything else around the house.
Yeah.
This guy sitting there in his V-neck t-shirt is Evan Spiegel, and he is the CEO of Snapchat, and he is worth $2 billion.
Oh, my. Okay, that's interesting to know. How
And
about
today
that?
I hope to tell you a little bit about Snapchat, and maybe some of your impressions are not accurate either.
Okay.
That's my next question. What is Snapchat? How does this work?
Well, Snapchat is an app for your phone.
Okay.
And the basic idea is that it allows you to send photos to friends, and those photos disappear after time. Your friends can only see them once or twice, and then they go away.
So why? Why? I mean, what's the point?
Well, that's a good question. I think at first, when it first came out, I think the idea and the stereotype was that it was going to be for silly things, maybe not so good behavior, things you don't want to stick around. And I think a lot of people still have that impression of Snapchat. They've changed it a little bit since then to allow you to have what's called a story that can last an entire day.
And Lauren, you have an example for us from our producer.
I do. Let's listen.
Hey guys, this is Annie from the control room. I have Lauren Linz, another producer with the show, and Michael, our director. Back to you.
How about that? Now it's gone.
It's gone, just like that. Hers, she did just put it on her story so you can watch it a couple more times, but personalized Snapchats is just one and done.
Okay, so Snapchat to me seems relatively new, but Ethan, you said it's been around for a while.
Yeah, it's been around for at least 4 years.
Uh-huh.
And I used to use Snapchat, but I don't use it anymore myself. It was too addicting.
Yeah.
So a lot of people here at the station use it.
A lot of people here at the station use it, and I talk to multiple people, all different age levels, people that use it for all different reasons, and they love it. Everyone I talk to, at least, they love it.
I send and receive a good amount of Snapchats a day.
I don't know anything about it. It's one of those new things, isn't it?
Some of my friends from back home, they can be a little comical late at night.
I would say maybe I have been using it for just about a year. Usually when I log into Snapchat, I have so many stories piled up that if I went through them, it would like take me all day, I think.
Started using it more probably when I went to grad school.
Sean Stryker got me into it. He said, I want to be your friend, and I want to send you things, but I never can send you anything because you're not on Snapchat, so I got on Snapchat.
So I have the cutest kid on the planet. And because of him, that's why he inspired me to start Snapchat, just because he's so funny.
So a filter, I think, is this thing that goes over the screen that could be a face or a voice or something like that.
My favorite is probably the beauty filter. I like use it all the time. You know, you wake up in the morning, you're like, oh, beauty filter, and you're good to go.
And you have your geolocator filters.
I think it's like a bee or something, and you talk, and it makes you sound really high and funny, and I love it. I snap at work like random things like my Red Bull or like what I'm eating for lunch. I really snap random things. Or if Sean Stryker's dancing, that's snap worthy.
I think you should have a work persona where you're very professional when you're at work like I am.
Our snaps kind of tell the story of what we're doing throughout the day. We're getting ready for different shows. We're recording shows. We have funny guests.
Usually it's like funny headlines that I see or just something funny happening around the newsroom. I'll snap that.
I just have to take into consideration what you post.
Now, it's interesting. Chris was talking about the filters. That is a whole different thing. Tell us about that.
Yeah, the filters are the main reason why I use Snapchat, because you go to a different place and you can just throw on a filter so people can see where you are. Also, obviously taking Snapchats with my mom is one of my favorite things. She gets really excited because she doesn't have Snapchat, so she doesn't know that's possible. But really just sending people snaps of where I am, or putting the floral crown on, or the puppy face on. That's my favorite thing to do.
And the face swap too.
The face swap it's different. It's depending on who you do it with, it can be kind of crazy looking. But I mean, I've done it with my brother who looks just like me, and it kind of works. Or like if I do it with even Lauren Hitch, it works there. But no, when you do it with someone who might be a different age level than you, or gray hair and a beard, it doesn't look as good.
So you and I probably shouldn't do it.
Probably shouldn't do it. I think. Okay, now Michael, at one point in there mentioned geotags. That's a term I've heard before. Talk about geotags.
Yeah, so if you say you're at one of the Delaware beaches, you'll get a geotag, and it'll say Delaware with a question mark. So that's funny. I've also, when I go to New York, say if I'm in Manhattan, there's one that will come up and say that. My brother just got married, and I was able to make a geotag for him. And it kind of said it was just about the wedding, and it'll say when it is, the date, and stuff like that. And it was funny to see because all the cousins were really excited to use it, but all the aunts wanted to use it, and they didn't have Snapchat. So they were like, how do I get this filter? I don't know what to do. And they couldn't do it, but we could.
And you enjoyed that too, didn't you?
I did. I really enjoyed that.
So Snapchat, just another, I guess, social media platform that we can. When do you decide which one to use? How do you decide?
When I talked to a lot of people in the office, it was kind of the same general consensus. When you want something instant, you'll do Snapchats, because you can just put it up there and you can do as many as you want. I mean, I was talking to people about Facebook, and when they kind of want their family members to see and more people to see it, they'll put something on Facebook. And then Instagram is just kind of like quality pictures you'll put on there. You don't want to put too much. You'll put maybe one post a day or something like that. But there's different ways you can go for each of them.
Now, I do know when Snapchat initially came out, it was like known for a propensity for inappropriate things.
Oh boy.
That's true. I mean, it does get that reputation, but I think over the years it's kind of changed, because now you can replay people's Snapchats, or you can go on their stories and you can see them all day. You used to actually be able to see how many, like who people would Snapchat. It's not like that anymore. So it is a little bit different now. You do have to still manage your privacy.
Yeah.
I mean, you choose who you're friends with. So people can almost like spammy Snapchat you and send you links to things and stuff like that. But you really, ultimately, you choose who you're friends with, and you can block people really easily. I don't think there's much to worry about.
What do you think is age appropriate for it, though?
Like I said, when I was going around the office, I got ages all across the board. Of course, Charlie Paparella said you shouldn't be on social media unless you're 50 plus, because you should be outside playing around. But I think the age that I got around the office was high school and up. And I think it really depends on your maturity, because you can, just like any social media, you can get lost in other things, and people can send you things, so you have to be mature, and I think high school and up.
Ethan, things have really changed over the years, haven't they?
Yes, they have.
My goodness.
Yeah, it sure has. Okay.
I got another Snapchat while we were talking.
Oh, okay.
From Annie, our producer. So let me just pull it up. Let's see what it says.
Oh, okay.
Let's see.
Can I Snapchat you? Snapchatting?
Annie is she's one of my favorite people to Snapchat. All right, let's watch this.
All right, guys, it's time to stop talking. Let's wrap it up. You're gonna put me over.
That's normally what she's saying
We like
in
Annie
our
because she's
ear.
pretty subtle. So
I guess that means we need to wrap it up. Ethan and
Thank you.
Lauren, thank you so much. I hope everyone picked up. Do you know now?
Sure.
Okay, good.